First in
But I trust you.
You can trust me. So we had a very intensive meeting. We spoke about Luxembourg and Russia, the bilateral relations. We spoke also about Syria, as you can imagine. And I think that the message that I can give is that Luxembourg will do everything we can do in the European Union to avoid an escalation in Syria. We have civil war, that's I think the reality, but that this war is not swapping over on other countries. I think also that I can say, Sergei, that this incident with Turkey is under control, and that both countries will do everything they can do, and they will do in the next days to calm down and not to increase the tensions. When I can say a last word, sometimes in history we saw that small incidents could provoke very, very big conflicts. And the European Union, as that's the message from Oslo, as Peace Nobel Prize, will do everything we can do really to bring our partners together. Turkey and Russia are friends, and I think that the European Union will do everything we can do really to bring those friends together in the future, and to be very cooperative, that this solidarity that existed all the time would be also in the future reality. Thank you.
I would like to thank my good friend Ж.Ассельборна for his hospitality and for this opportunity to have a brief meeting on our bilateral agenda in the margins of the forthcoming ministerial between 27 EU members and Cathy Ashton and myself. We have excellent bilateral relations. This was confirmed and reiterated during last month's visit of Prime Minister Jean-Claude Juncker to Russia and his discussions with President Putin and Prime Minister Medvedev. As a follow-up to this summit in Moscow, we discussed today the steps which we should take together to speed up the developments on a couple of issues, including ratification of double taxation avoidance agreement, including bringing our transportation agencies together to consider a new civil aviation agreement. And we also reiterated that the co-chair of the Russia-Luxembourg subcommission of the Belgian-Luxembourg-Russia Economic Committee, the co-chair of this subcommission would meet before the end of the year, as was agreed between the President and the Prime Minister. We also discussed the forthcoming contacts at high and highest level, and I invited Ж.Ассельборна to visit Russia. Of course, mostly we will discuss international issues in the meeting, which will begin in half an hour with all EU ministers. But we touched upon Syria. We are concerned, and we believe that this concern is shared, at the increasing internationalization of the conflict. People coming as mercenaries, all sorts of extremists trying to fish in this muddy water. And we are convinced that the only way to end this is to be faithful to Geneva Communique and to implement this communique in letter and spirit. We are still ready to endorse it in whatever form in the Security Council to make it legal, but the main thing is for all outside players to lean on everyone in Syria and to send to them one single synchronized message: stop fighting, sit down and talk. And of course, neighboring countries are being affected, refugees, cross-border incidents, and we discussed this latest incident with the Syrian Airlines plane, which was landed in Ankara with some Russian citizens on board. and with some cargo which was shipped by a Russian organization to the Syrian partner. It was a legal cargo, legally shipped, and the Turks, as far as I understand, they invoked the Chicago Convention, which they had the right to do, but the owner of the cargo would like to get it back, and we would like to get the assessments of this situation by our Turkish colleagues as soon as possible. It's taking a bit too long, but I can assure you that no one